What's going on, guys? This is a different type of video. It's one of the new series I'm wanting to start. So without further ado, let's get into it. So you're starting out at a dealership or a garage and you have no tools. Chances are you'll be doing small repairs like oil changes, tire rotations, tire changes, air filters, cabin air filters, that type of thing. Chances are that if you start at an established dealer or garage, they'll already have most of the tools you'll need. But maybe you want to get your own. So for me, the first tools you get should be, that's right, a 3/8 ratchet, 3/8 sockets, 1/2-inch impact sockets, and an impact. And don't just go out and buy the cheapest one on the ratchets and sockets. That ain't gonna work good. I'd recommend getting at least something with a 2-3 year to lifetime warranty. I've heard Icon is good. It's a cheaper brand, but they're still good. Decent warranty. Gear Wrench also sells good stuff. They sell complete sets that'll have both standard and metric ratchet and extensions all in one combo kit. This kit right here would be perfect. It's $309 on Amazon, and they have a lifetime warranty. It also comes with a nut driver, wrenches, and bits. While you're at it, you may as well get the oil filter sockets for the cartridge style filter. Also, as for impacts, I would get one that's pretty decent with at least a 2-year warranty. Whether it's air or electric, it doesn't matter. Just get a good impact. There's all kinds of really good choices. You could go to Harbor Freight, you could get a Milwaukee, you could get DeWalt, you could get Snap-on. Alright, let's move on to the next tool you should buy. That's right, screwdrivers. For these, you can get a complete set at Harbor Freight for $9.99 plus tax. That's where I got mine, and I've had them for going on for 5 years. If you feel like you need a better set, get one. It's always nice to have good tools. Especially if you have to deal with rust, or maybe you're doing more brake work and need a good Phillips for those pesky set screws. I'd recommend one with a nut at the base of the handle. That way you could slip a wrench on it and just have better leverage. For me, the next thing to buy would be Torx, Allen, and inverted Torx. Especially if you're seeing a lot of hubcaps with Allen heads, or dealing with air filter boxes that have Torx heads, or if you're dealing with a Cruise that has inverted Torx all over. Or if you're seeing that you change a lot of headlights that you have to take the inner fender out, or any other small piece. For this, I'd say it shouldn't really matter what brand. I got Tecton. They have good sets, and they're complete sets. Cornwell is another decent tool company. They also may run in your area. Alright, the next thing you should probably get is better oil filter tools. Maybe you want your own filter wrenches, pliers, or claw. There's all kinds of affordable options. My favorites are the oil filter vice grips from Harbor Freight, the Blue Point oil filter wrenches, but those don't really matter. You can get them from a parts store. Another important thing would be getting the oil filter sockets that take cartridge style filters. Alright, this one's not really a tool, but I would consider it important, especially if you're getting all these tools and you need somewhere to put them. That's right, you're going to want to get yourself a row card or some type of storage system. I know it's not a tool, but I mean it technically is, because you still use it as storage. There's all kinds of options you could go with. You could get a US General from Harbor Freight. You could get a Blue Point. You could get a Yukon, a Craftsman, really just anything that you could store your tools in. Facebook Marketplace is another good place to check and look daily. You can find great deals on boxes. This will help you be quicker and more efficient. And also your tools will be neatly organized. It doesn't really even have to be something with drawers. You could get just 2 shelves on wheels. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. For me, the next thing I'd invest in is pliers. Specifically channel locks, needle nose, and snips. Those will probably be the most common pliers you'll use. I would recommend getting at least a decent set of pliers. Tool trucks sell kits of 3, they sell bigger kits. Just did you guys see the electric come back on? Our electric was out for that day. As long as it has a decent warranty and it's a good product, I'd get one. Okay, so the next thing I would get would probably have to be pry bars. You can get these from really anywhere. I got them in a 3-piece set that came with like a 12, 18, and 24-inch pry bar. I got that at O'Reilly's where I used to work. I bought them whenever I worked there, and that's been almost 8 years ago, and still have all 3. Just remember, they will be abused. Or if you see that you're using pry bars a lot or all the time, then I would recommend upgrading to a decent set. Alright, these last 2 are kind of tricky, but I'm going to get into them. The next one for me would have to be wrenches. They won't be used often, but when they do, you will get your money's worth out of them. I'd recommend getting a complete set. I got mine through Tecton. It's got 6mm all the way up to 24mm. You could also get a standard set as well. I typically have never had to use standard. I would also look at the warranties, make sure it's got a good warranty, because you will break tools eventually. There's all kinds of options to get. Tecton, Icon, Snap-on, Mac. You could get regular wrenches. You could get ratcheting wrenches. You could get ratchets that swivel. So for the last tool, I kind of had to combine them. They don't go together, but I had to combine them. It's picks and plastic trim tools. Plastic trim tools you could get at a parts store for, I don't know, probably $10, $15. Picks, you could do the same thing. You could go to a parts store, get a decent set through a reputable company. You could go to Harbor Freight. Picks are especially important to have, especially if you're seeing a lot of oil filters that take O-rings on the caps. I also use picks to move radiator hose clamps. Whenever I have those loose, I'll take my pick and then pull it back. I've also used them to help me disconnect connectors. Now, plastic pry bars, those are really important for interiors. If you're doing more window switches, trim replacements, cabin air filters, that'll definitely help you out there. Thank you guys for watching. Like and leave a comment. This is my first video like this. Please let me know if there's something I could do better, if you want to see more, if you want just whatever you would be interested in.